Bottoms up. Good morning. I'm practicing what I preach and hanging out outside with my morning cuppa. And no jacket today. What? They're calling for plus 24 degrees on Monday. What? Or Tuesday or something. It was like minus 75 last week, wasn't it? Anyway. Good morning. My name is Luca. I'm your holistic nutrition practitioner, and I'm here today just jumping on the horn to say I saw a post the other day about gut health and how it relates to mood stuff. And I thought this is actually a really important part, especially as we're heading into the darker months. This is really a perfect time of the year to start doing some of that internal work. I just wrapped up this, the first part of a 4-part series that I'm calling Eating with the Seasons. And we talked about a lot of things in this fall season. The winter's coming up in a couple of weeks, but the momentum and the energetics of the fall season are going inwards, sort of the downfall energy, right? So coming down energy. And that invites an introspection, a going inwards, a turning inwards. And winter is where you should already be inwards, and you should be doing a lot of that inner work, or there's an invitation for it anyway. You know, you're not outside in your bathing suit. You're not out partying at all hours of the night. Can you these days? I suppose not. But that's another topic for another day. So the energetics of this season are perfect for the program that kicks off this Saturday. Doing that inner work and doing the work of building a solid foundation is actually perfect for tout de suite right now, today, yesterday, 3 weeks from now. All of the above. Doing the inner work and building these solid foundations are what supports a good life. Vibrancy of life, vibrancy of health, and all of those important components on being a human in 2020. Now, in regards to the post I saw the other day, they were talking about when there's mood, anxiety, depression, low moods, or anxiety, these types of feelings that are dominating your day, there's a really good indicator that something's not right at the gut. The majority of the time when mood stuff is on the table, we need to take a look at how the gut is functioning. There's a few reasons why. Your gut makes serotonin. The bugs of your gut, endocrine cells that line your gut make it, and hopefully you're able to get the nutrients out of the food in small enough components so you can actually get the tryptophan out of all the protein you're eating and convert it into serotonin. Serotonin is that feel-good chemical. And serotonin you need to balance moods. So when there's a mood trouble, when there's heightened anxiety, or you sort of feel like the veil between you and the world is thin, right? When you feel like there is that separation, there's no separation between you and how the world just sort of impacts you so readily. There is evidence that there's something happening at the gut level. That is really one of the signs and symptoms or red flags or love notes, if you want to call them, that your body sends out to say, hey, something is up. I need some help. So I'm going to ask you, are you working through mood stuff? Are you struggling with anxiety? Do you feel the stress of the world so heavy on your shoulders? How are you making your way through your days? Do you go to bed with your eyes wide open going, oh my gosh, I didn't do this. I needed to do this. I'm a shortcoming, all of these self-talk pieces that we can be so negative on. Is that being fueled by a slow burning fire at the belly? And by fire in this case, I mean inflammation. That's what impacts the gut, which then has the potential of disrupting your mood. So sit with that for a second. How does that feel? Does that ring true for you? Is this something where you're like, check mark, Luca, thanks, you're the best, question mark? Okay, if you're sitting with that, now I want you to imagine 5 years down the road. You can close your eyes for this if you want. Imagine 5 years down the road. How's that mood stuff? You're waking up on a late October morning. How's the mood stuff? Are you again looking at, oh no, here come the dark days of winter? Thank God at least for the extra hour of sleep this weekend for the time change. Ugh. This happens every year. I don't like this. Is that the feeling that you've got? If that's the feeling you've got, it doesn't have to be the truth. It doesn't have to be your absolute future. You can change it. And you do have some power to change that. You have the ability to be your best ally. You have the ability to build your toolbox so that that doesn't have to be your future. It is all within reach. And it's something that I'm offering. Yeah, it's a class I've got. This is the work I do. This is important work. It's a group class that starts this Saturday. We've got 6 Saturdays where you're going to get a half-hour module every week. 2 of those weeks are really just worksheets and goal setting. 4 weeks are videos. And then we've got 3 Thursday nights where we're doing a full hour. If you can't catch us live for that hour because of time change, because of commitments, work stuff, family stuff, then you have a whole week to watch the hour whenever you're able to pencil in that time. So first things first, how are you feeling today? Is the mood stuff bothering you? Is the anxiety stuff bothering you? Have you been struggling with depression for a while? Do you feel stress keenly, or does it feel like the world is all here and staring you in the face and going like this all day long? What would it look like if we built a solid foundation so that the buffer between you and the world is a little bit more robust? What if we could build that solid barrier, that solid foundation to go, it's okay. It's okay, we got it. It's not an overnight thing either. It is a slow building of putting one foot in front of the other. Anytime we expect to see changes within a 12-hour cycle, you can be a little bit mistaken, or a little bit sad, or a little bit let down. We're talking about putting in some solid foundational pieces to help build your food as medicine toolkit so that the foods you're eating every day work at implementing those pieces to put in place so that when you fortify the gut lining, you're now fortifying that layer of between you and the world. The veil isn't so thin anymore. When you work at the gut, you help bring the cells of the intestinal lining together. When you do that, the blood-brain barrier starts to mimic, and you start to fortify that layer. And now the outside stressors that are coming in don't feel as immediate and don't feel as terrifying. These are some of the pieces that we're putting in place in this Gut Lovin' Bootcamp. So there's a sign-up link through my link in bio right now. If you want to sign up for it, we'd love to have you. Our first class happens this Saturday. You can join us up until a week after that because it's just a worksheet, so wherever you want to fill in the worksheet is cool with me. So come join us. The cost is $99. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 hours of instruction. For $99, that's what, $20 an hour? What? That's amazing. $20 an hour to sit down. 3 of those hours are sitting down with me. That's ridiculous price, I just want to say. This is content that needs to be accessed by everybody who's struggling with mood stuff and anxiety stuff. This is content that people who have chronic disease and autoimmune conditions need. This is the kind of stuff that you can build a strong foundation within the tools in your kitchen. There's nothing special you need to go out and get. The most special thing will be chicken backs and chicken necks, and I'll tell you where to get them. Don't worry. Do you want to feel good? What does you in 5 years look like? Do you want to nip some of those issues in the bud? Do you want to know what are some of those tools you can do in your own kitchen to help reduce the impact of this mood swing stuff with the impact of feeling the world so keenly? Do you want to build emotional resiliency? Fall is the time to do it. Going inwards is the time to do it. If you need permission, then I'm going to give you permission. It's okay to say yes to you. In fact, I invite you to start saying yes to yourself. What does that look like? Okay. Hope that you can join us. If you have any questions, please send me a private message. If you want to talk about the program first for a free 15-minute chat, let's do that. Hit me up and I'll get you set up. Okay. In the meantime, may your day be glorious with a cuppa in the sun somewhere. Goodbye.